What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the WKU Dynasty on College Football 25. We are going back to the SEC Championship for a second straight season. 2 years in the SEC, 2 SEC Championship appearances, and we are looking to defend our title against the Georgia Bulldogs. This is the team who won the national championship last season. They are currently the number 6 team in the nation at 10-2. We are ranked 2 spots ahead of them at 11-1. But looking at the final standings in the SEC, Georgia finishes above us. I don't know why they win the tiebreaker, but Ole Miss with a 6-2 conference record. That win we had against them is ultimately why we are in the SEC Championship and not them. So that was a key game looking back on it. And going into this game, we have 2 freshman Heisman Trophy winner candidates in Nick McNeil, currently in 3rd place, who has been having a tear at wide receiver, our Monty Rourke replacement, and Tyron Knott, our scrambler, athlete, quarterback, QB, true freshman number 27. This is the team we didn't get to play last season. The Georgia Bulldogs, one of the best rosters in college football. A highly anticipated matchup I've been waiting on all season. I wanted to play them last year. I didn't get the chance to. This season, it comes down to these 2 teams. Western Kentucky looks to defend the SEC Championship, and Georgia looks to claim a bye in the college football playoff. This is essentially a first-round matchup where the loser is going to play in the college football playoff. Georgia's going to start on offense. Here we go. SEC Championship number 2 here in year 6 of the Dynasty. Getting into postseason play. Starting on defense in the all-black uniforms. Here we go. From the shotgun, a quick strike. That's straight to Joshua Sash. You gotta be kidding me. WKU's defense with a quick turnover on the championship. What a play. Throws it straight to Joshua Sash. That is the sophomore quarterback for Georgia, who was replacing the senior who won the title last season. And a rough start for Georgia. WKU's first drive is going to come in plus territory. Here is senior running back Amani on the Nacho, tried to spin away. It's only a gain of 2, bringing up 2nd and 8. Here is true freshman Tyron Knott, going to set up a jet touch pass here for Timote Simonier, who's going to find the outside. That's a first down, a nice spin move, and that is a receiver in the same class of Monty Rourke. Hopefully a dynamic duo forming. Here we go from 1st and goal. Gonna get Nolan Rice into action here, but he is taken down right away for a loss of 3. Bringing up 2nd and goal. Georgia does have one of the best defenses in college football, so this is going to be no gimme. As Knott scrambles to the outside, Nick McNeil comes back to meet him. That's his first reception of the day, and we get back the 3 yards that we lost, but it is a 3rd and goal here. From the shotgun, Knott finds Simonier, and Timote Simonier is going to start us off with a touchdown. We are quickly up 7 in the SEC Championship. Let's see if David Koloko Matici, he's got a long-ass confusing last name. I don't even know what the fuck to call him. But so far, we are putting the clampers on this Georgia offense. Let's see how they respond here. They got stars all over the field. Talent to see. Single back formation. Here comes a run to Kevin Sills, who is only going to get a gain of 3, and we already have another 3rd and long opportunity. Can we get them off the field? Steal some momentum here from the shotgun. Here is David. That's a wide open comeback route, and that was a good strike. A solid gain. Georgia gets the chains going here. As you guys saw, I don't know if you saw the score in the bottom where they're showing the other conference championships, as Trey Bloom blows up the read option, and he's hyped the fuck up, baby. Nice play from the junior. But Vanderbilt, who we replaced in the SEC for the 2nd straight season, is going to win Conference USA, taking down number 12, MTSU. I don't know how they're number 12, but that's the 2nd season. It popped up right there, 43-42. What a game. That is the second straight season. On 3rd and 13, that's a wide open dime for David. See, Kalogo Matiji, I don't fucking know. But that's the second straight season Vanderbilt has upset their opponent in Conference USA who was ranked and just pulled it off. But that's going to be the second sack of the day for Trey Bloom, wreaking havoc on the SEC logo. That's a loss of 9 for this Georgia offense who was starting to get a little momentum. From the shotgun, they go back to Sills. We're all over that. That's only a gain of 2 for Kevin Sills. And here's another 3rd and long opportunity for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 17 as the first quarter's coming to a close. David from the shotgun. That's a quick strike and it is broken up. Great coverage there from the defense. Georgia forced to punt at midfield after a solid second drive of the SEC championship. From the 15, not play action on the run. That's a green bean to Nick McNeil. There's McNeil with the spin move. Tackled into Georgia territory, and he has sent some sparks into this WKU offense, looking to quickly get some momentum and go up 14 here as we hit I'm the Nacho out of the backfield. Another huge chunk play as we are already to the 25 of Georgia Bulldog territory. Not feeling good so far. There's Simon Yuh, his 3rd catch of the day, another first down. He's got the only points in the SEC championship, and our offense is moving the ball with ease so far. Timote Simon Yuh having a great SEC championship, and we're going to continue to feed him the spin move for an 8-yard gain. That is the end of the first quarter, and so far, no complaints from head coach Stevie Balls. We are handling business, but an important 3rd and 2 here from the shotgun. Knott scrambles out, gonna hit Skaggs on the run, and that's money. Tackled after he completes the touchdown, tosses the ball away. A little nonchalant ass celebration, and the kick is up and good. Western Kentucky up 14-0, dominating in the SEC championship so far. Our last year's SEC championship was stressful against Oklahoma. It was a dominating game for both teams' offenses, a high-scoring shootout. We barely edged it out. We won the game like 56-40 something. It was crazy. As Kevin Sills has got an open hole, he's going to get a nice chunk run there. But so far, WKU dominating on both sides of the ball in this one. Hopefully, this can be a stress-free SEC championship. From the shotgun, here's David. David's got time, hits a tight end over the middle. That's going to be another first down. Georgia starting to get their bread and butter going a little bit, starting to find their groove. Into Western Kentucky territory. This is about as far as they got last drive. Single back formation. It's a quick strike out to the tight end. We're all over that. And so far, I'm fairly impressed with what our defense has put together today, especially after how we played against Kentucky in the last video. From the shotgun, here is David. That's going to be a screen pass, some successful blocks, a missed tackle, and Kevin Sills starting to get the juices flowing. That's a first down up to the 30 for the Bulldogs. From the shotgun, here comes the snap, using Peter Keys. They're going to fake it to Sills. He's got time over the middle. That's another interception for Western. It's James Biss who wisely decides to go down in the end zone and not try and run that one out. 2 interceptions in the first half for this WKU defense, and out comes the offense looking to take another big lead. Play action, Knott's going down. That's Georgia's first sack of the day, unable to get that one away. Knott from the shotgun. From the 9, gonna scramble out again, he's in trouble! And that is a safety, a much needed play for Georgia's first points of the day, and a boneheaded mistake scrambling out and getting sacked for a 9-yard loss, giving up a safety. Georgia finally gets 2 points on the board in this one. Georgia now one big play away from being right back in this game, a touchdown, and it is a 5-point game here. 2nd and 4. David's going to take off on the read option, and there is Martin Osgood on the tackle. First down for the Bulldog offense. Up to the 45, back in Western territory again. First half coming to a close. Kevin Sills is not going anywhere, doing a very good job in the run game today for this defense. 2nd and 9 here from the shotgun. Here's David, about to snap it from the SEC logo. Pressure incoming, Trey Bloom being a monster on the defensive line. That reception goes for nothing. It's 3rd and 7 here in the SEC championship. Number 2, year 6. That's going to be a dime! down the sideline for David. His first touchdown of the day. Honestly, not doing bad other than just his picks, his interceptions. But Georgia now is only down 5, and WKU going to try to get some more points here before halftime. A quick strike to I'm the Nacho goes for a gain of 6. Tyron Knott with 110 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day so far. Setting up the speed option here. Pitches to I'm the Nacho, not able to find the outside. Only gets back to the line of scrimmage, and a big opportunity here for Georgia to maybe get us off the field and reclaim the lead before halftime, but Jeremy Skaggs has got something to say about that, converting the 3rd and 4 as the 2-minute warning hits. 1st and 10. Not from the shotgun, feels the pressure, taking a shot. McNeil extends and brings it down. That is why he is a Heisman contender. This freshman to freshman connection has already looked so special as I'm the Nacho hits the most unnecessary spin move I've seen in my life, not having a great start to the day. But this passing attack has been great. 2nd and 7 from the shotgun. Nick McNeil is going to waltz his way into the end zone. That's his first touchdown of the day. Tyron Knott, 184 yards, 12 for 14, and WKU dodges the safety scare and is now commanding back up 21-9, receiving to start the second half. But still, a minute and a half here for David. Let's see if he can get some more points on the board before halftime. That's going to be a quick reception. Their first timeout, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, trying to get anything for this Georgia Bulldog offense to get going. Plenty of time. That's a quick strike. And they're getting closer up to midfield. Now going with the hurry up here, running clock. Minute 14 running. About to waste some more time here. David has plenty of time, goes over the middle, and that just creeps past Morgan Abel, our highest overall player. Had an interception earlier, but they are now up to the 35 of WKU. That's another completion, another 5-yard gain, and Georgia is in field goal territory now in the SEC Championship. 50 seconds left. David taking another shot that's batted away. Great coverage there from Morgan Abel, and it brings up a 3rd and 5 here from the shotgun. David getting it going here. They're going to play action it. Plenty of time. No pressure getting there. Still has not gotten rid of it. He takes the check down. Tackled. 4th and 2. And they are going to stay on the field, feeling the pressure of this deficit early, not taking the field goal. Biggest play of the first half. Motion man. It's a jet touch pass. George Capers misses it, but we're there. Bottled up. Peter Keys is the first one there. And now Western is going to try and put some points on the board with 35 seconds left. Feeling the pressure. Quick reception to Jeremy Skaggs. That's going to be a 2nd timeout for WKU. 2nd and 4. Tyron Knott trying to hit another deep shot to Nick McNeil. Can we get 3 points of our own in the first half? Not scrambling out, feeling the pressure. Gonna chuck it. Somehow gets it to I'm the Nacho, who crosses midfield. What a heads-up play as Knott has 213 yards, and we are that much closer to a potential field goal try. But he's sacked. That's a fumble on the ground. Recovered by WKU. But that is our last timeout with 17 seconds here. We got to go quickly if we want to make a big play happen, and that's going to be hit as he's thrown. 3rd and 17, and Tyron Knott no longer has his scrambling ability. Minus 17 speed. His wear and tear is adding up. Potential trouble in the SEC Championship. And the jet touch pass is going nowhere. WKU not able to put more points up here. We are going to punt at midfield on 4th and 20. Here comes Georgia on the reception. The ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground. Recovered by Western. We've got 2 seconds. No timeout needed. Jamarcus Barnes with a chip shot opportunity. And what a huge play to get 3 more points to our total. A dominating first half effort. Western Kentucky in full control, up 24-9 in the first half of our SEC Championship number 2, looking to defend our title and go back-to-back winning the SEC. Here is the second half gameplay. Starting the third quarter, we would start on offense here. Does not have a scrambling ability. Going to rely on his arm here. Just got to throw it away. That's another hit we don't need him taking with his wear and tear. 2nd and 10. Going to try and get the run game going here with senior running back. I'm the Nacho. Finding the outside with his speed. What a great chunk run. That's a 15-yard gain. Bringing up 2nd and 8 here. Setting up a little screen pass. There's Simon Yuh. Been a little quiet since the first half, but still a solid 4-yard reception. He's got 5 catches and 50 yards on the day. Bringing up a 3rd and 4. Gonna trust Amani. I'm the Nacho here up the gut. Trying to let Not get his wear and tear back up to speed, but he is tackled short. And up 24-9, we are gonna punt in our own territory on 4th and 2. No need to get too aggressive here. Let's see if our defense can keep performing the way it has been today. Run up the gut here. And Georgia, like I said, they're down 2 possessions, but 1 big play away. They're a touchdown away from being a touchdown away. 2nd and 3, single back formation. They're going to stick with the run. There's Trey Bloom again for another tackle for a loss, having a phenomenal SEC championship in his junior year. 3rd and 3 for David. We've got a motion man in the backfield. I'm not sure what he's doing. And they're going to snap the ball here. From the shotgun, that's the user! Morgan Abel gets an interception, our best overall player, and that is a huge play as WKU celebrates on the sideline. The punt doesn't matter, and we've got another starting drive in enemy territory. Not from the shotgun, hit as he throws. That's only a 2-yard gain to I'm the Nacho, taking a lot of damage from this Georgia defense. Here we go. I'm the Nacho from the shotgun. Gonna see if we can get him going here. That's a very nice hole up the middle, or to the right side, I should say. That's a 1st down run for Amani on the Nacho. 1st and 10, about halfway through the 3rd quarter. From the shotgun by himself, not a quick strike. There's Jeremy Skaggs again. I think that's his 4th reception on the day. Gets us to 2nd and inches. Just need the conversion here. Setting up a short pass play. Tyron Knott from the shotgun takes the snap. Has time, gonna hit. I'm the Nacho out of the backfield with the Butterfingers. That is a rare sighting from the senior running back. Heavily involved in the passing game. Drops that one. Let's give it an opportunity to pick up the 1st down here, and he picks that up with ease. Keeping the chains going. 1st and goal. A touchdown here would be significant and make this a very hard lead to come back from. Nick McNeil on the touch pass. Does he have the speed to break to the outside? He's hit and tackled in the end zone. Touchdown number 2 for Nick McNeil in the SEC championship. And it is time to hop into the Super Sim. Georgia, with 3 minutes left, would strike with a touchdown back. WKU's offense would punt at about midfield, and with time running out, Georgia moving the ball, getting the chains going, less than 2 minutes left here. There's a 49-yard touchdown, reception from Tayu, and now we are 1 first down away from this game being over. If we aren't able to pick it up, though, Georgia has a chance to pull off a crazy comeback. I'm the Nacho up the gut, gets us started. That's a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 from the shotgun. At midfield, I'm the Nacho, has a hole up the middle. That's gonna be it. Back-to-back championships in the SEC for WKU. Our first 2 years in the SEC championship, and I really thought this would be a transitional kind of season for freshman quarterback Tyron Knott, and a whole lot of young players leading the way here. Tyron Knott with 4 touchdowns, 233 yards, no turnovers, wins your player of the game, and WKU wins their 2nd straight SEC title, going back to the college football playoffs with a bye week and an opportunity to get back to the national championship, which we have not done since season 3. Last year, we lost to Oklahoma in the Final Four. The year before, we lost in round 2 to Wisconsin. How did these freshmen handle the playoff atmosphere? I like what I'm seeing. This squad is dangerous. We got weapons, and Tyron Knott has toned down the turnovers, which was my big concern. As we get a look at the spread out play, and here's a final look at your regular season standings. Look at who's number 1. Could we possibly rematch Stanford, who we beat in the national title game all those years ago in year 3? Maybe. They finished number 1. We're number 2 in the nation. And Nick McNeil and Amani on the Nacho are going to be first-team All-Americans in year 6. Second team, I don't believe we got anyone. But freshman team, there's Tyron Knott bringing up the rear as the QB1. And for the second straight season, WKU, now known as Heisman University, has brought home the Heisman. Nick McNeil with 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns in his freshman year is going to bring home the Heisman. An unbelievable season. Can't believe we got blessed with Monty Rourke, followed by Nick McNeil. And here is the college football playoff. Right away, I'm concerned. As the 2 seed, we play either Virginia or Ohio State in round 2, and that's going to be a hell of a matchup. We got Pitt and Kansas State. Winner plays UCLA. Stanford gets to see either Georgia or TCU, and Tulane gets to see either Oregon or West Virginia. The stage is set for the year 6 playoffs. Thank you guys so much for watching. What a great game. What a great video. The SEC championships are great, but I care about the Natty. That's what I'm here for. So once again, I appreciate the love and support. I appreciate y'all for watching. Expect daily content as we are getting closer and closer to College Football 26. Peace and love. Have a great day. Hugs and kisses. Mwah.